right, y'all, what is going on in the world this week?
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Hopefully you know by now, but if not, let me tell you, my new EP entitled Disassociated will be out this Friday. It will be out on the 11th. Make sure that you get ready to feel something. Make sure you get ready to twerk something as well. Also, I just put up a new episode of the Expression Podcast on patreon.com/AdrianExpression. If you want to hear me talk some more in a long format, answering all the questions and comments and stuff from the patrons, make sure you check that out. All right, so this is gonna be some bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. We just gonna be talking and acting stupid. That's what we do. That's what we love to do over here. First of all, now given my unfortunate childhood experience in the church, so thankful to be out of that bullshit. Gives me so much joy when I have to step foot in that shit. But given my experience in that realm, I know the last thing you want to do is listen to any Bible thumpers advice when it comes to no type of relationships, romantic relationship, marriage, all that shit. Half the motherfuckers got married because they want to fuck. They miserable as fuck, sexist as hell, men being oppressive as fuck, women sacrificing their identity. It's just really fucked up all around. But Kierra Sheard recently she went on to, I don't know what interview, whatever, social media, what the fuck she was doing. Kierra Sheard said, bitch, essentially, paraphrasing here, I do not let these women, my friends, sleep over my house or stay over my house, get them a hotel or whatever. And at first you're just like, okay, girl, that makes sense. Like, it's a whole lot of people coming into your house. You may not want all that shit, but honestly, if it's my good friend, you can stay over. Either way, it's like, okay, that first part wasn't bad. But then the reason why is like, she was implying that basically I don't want my friends to fuck my motherfucking husband. And I'm just like, sweetie, like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't had no friends, ain't had no real friends in their entire life. Aside from the obvious, it's just like, damn, that just seems like a really anxiety riddled way of living life. You see, it's like, oh my gosh, you can't turn around and chop some fucking cucumbers and onions up in your kitchen. You can't, you know what I mean? Your friend and your husband sitting in the living room for 5 seconds. You can't turn around and, you know what I mean, cook an omelet for a second without being anxious. Like, bitch, they fucking on the couch. They gotta be fucking on the couch. Bitch, you can't even, bitch, you cooking that shit. You putting too much salt in the omelet, bitch, because you just worried about, bitch, they on the couch. They on the couch. That has to be such a frustrating way to live life. I cannot imagine like having a best friend and be like, yeah, girl, you can't stay at my house because my nigga here and you might fuck up. Like, what? That's really sad. I really feel so bad for all of them though. Anyway, speaking of bullshit, I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a video, I don't know if it's a documentary, I don't know if it's a movie or a song, whatever. But I just seen really quickly that Kevin Samuels hooked up with Future to do something, to collab with something. And I just have to say that that's like when the Dark Avatar and Vaatu came together in Legend of Korra. Women's rights are going to be taken back to the 1800s. After this collab, I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. But if this shit hits the airwaves, women's rights are gonna fuck the 1800s. That shit's gonna go back to the 1600s. That's it. Now, while Kanye West, I mean, I'm just reminded of this tweet from Amber Rose. I'm reminded. But while Kanye West is over here, you know, going on huge tirades and rants on social media and shit, the Kardashians put out their promo saying, hey, guess what, girls? Our show is coming back, bitch. When I tell you Kris Jenner is not gonna let Kris Jong-un, she is not going to let any opportunity slip past her, okay? Said they're doing a promo. I mean, I'm talking about during Black History Month, the promo was playing Nina Simone Feeling Good. And I'm just like, yeah, we gonna have to pick a new month. We gonna have niggas gather around, everybody gather around, niggas gather around. Well, not the niggas that signed up, not the estate that signed off on that shit to happen, but like niggas gather around. What month we picking? Because this shit has been some bullshit, bitch. This February? Nah, this is not it. We need to pick a new month, bitch. We need to gather around. And the thing is, we can't tell nobody. It has to be a secret. It has to be a secret. We'll pick a month and then maybe pick a secret signal or something just to give each other comfort while the month is going on, while the new Black History Month is going on, just to give each other comfort and, you know, just to be like, I see each other. We'll pick a secret signal or something. I don't know, even if it's on social media as well. But bitch, this month, it has been completely disrespected. Completely disrespected. They still talking about fucking Joe Rogan ass. And my thing about that, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But my thing about that is, I mean, I see some black people just typing paragraphs, going back and forth with white bitches about, you know, the usage of the N-word. I'm not going back and forth with no white bitch about the fucking N-word, girl. Stop doing that. What I want y'all to do, stop going back and forth with these white people about the N-word. They understand, they know what they're doing. That's why the fuck they saying the shit. Stop going back and forth about with their ass. Y'all gonna come up with whole thesis statements as to why they know what the fuck's going on. Topic sentences and thesis statements. I'm not doing that shit. It's 2022. It's 2022. Joe Rogan's like, oh my gosh, this is a hit. They're putting a hit out on me, trying to take down my podcast episodes. Like, girl, yeah, I am kind of confused, Joe Rogan. Me too. I'm kind of confused because, like, bitch, we already know that you're a racist piece of shit. So it's like, why is it so surprised? Like, I understand that part. Like, why is everybody so surprised about that shit? I don't know. But either way, it's Black History Month. I just think we deserve a do-over. This shit. I'm tired of seeing Mr. Robotnik on my fucking timeline. Now, speaking of further disrespect, they got the wax figure up of Zendaya, and I'm just like, why y'all got her mouth like, okay, what's going on? Why y'all got her mouth like why she gotta be doing that? Why she gotta be doing that? I wanna see all the rest of y'all fucking wax figures. Why her mouth look like that? What's going on? Who is this woman? I don't know. Let me tell you something. If I was an actual celebrity, I would be like, matter of fact, don't nobody make no wax figure out of me, bitch. I don't want no wax figure, no ear wax figure, bitch. I don't want no candle wax figure, bitch. Don't do no figure out of me, cause bitch, next thing you know, I'm gonna be coming out here, cause you know, the purple in my hair or whatever, I'm gonna come out here they're gonna have me looking like a swollen grape with big ass fucking lips and a wide nose, like bitch. Y'all, no, matter of fact, it's okay. Somebody get a sketch artist, bitch. I'll be the only celebrity there with a stick figure standing on a piece of paper while the rest of these hoes have wax figures. Cause bitch, you're not gonna have me fucked up like that. Like, come on. I would be so mad, bitch. I'm telling you, I would mute. If I was Zendaya, I would just mute wax figure for the rest of my time. For the rest of my time on social media, bitch. Like, y'all gotta stop playing with these. Y'all gotta stop playing with these people. Normani put this on her social media, and she said, what'd she say? She said, what do you think my next single sounds like? And it does look like from the background that she is in a studio. So everybody, I guess we can pause the alarms and we don't have to keep putting up the posters requesting that if you see Normani, that you just place her inside of the nearest studios. It appears that she is in one, but it's just like, Normani, you asking us what we want the next single to sound like? And my answer is yes. What do you, Angel, what do you want Normani's next single to sound like? Yes. Just release it. Normani, release the music, Beyonce, release the music. Congratulations on your Oscar nomination for Be Alive. Release the music, we're waiting for it. Where y'all at? Now, this is the last topic that I want to talk about for today, but it's very important. It's coming out of the UK. This is what the headline says. The number of new HIV diagnoses in heterosexual people is higher than in gay and bisexual men for the first time in a decade. Straight people are also far more likely to be diagnosed late and less likely to get tested. And a lot of people on my timeline were just like, okay, so y'all gonna prevent straight people from giving blood at this point? Like, what's the tea? Y'all had no issues doing that with homos, as if y'all hoes don't know how to test, but let me not. But The Guardian says, now 49% of new diagnoses in England are among straight people, with an almost even split between men and women, compared with the 45% for gay and bisexual men. This is the first time in a decade that new diagnoses among heterosexuals are higher, marking a clear change in the shape of the domestic HIV epidemic. They're also saying that they don't want to frame it as like a huge spike in HIV cases among heterosexual people. It's more like, if you're doing comparison, what they said, it's primarily the result of a sharp, sustained drop in diagnoses among gay and bisexual men, with a 71% fall since 2014. But reading all of that is so interesting to me because you still have all this discrimination. You had and still have all this discrimination when it comes to people living with HIV. You still have all this stigma. You still have all this homophobia, and all of that is gonna really fuck them. Like, it's gonna fuck the straight people. If they don't get that shit together, it's going to fuck them. Because, I mean, I already saw the comments. I saw the comments on the post, and it was like, some of the people were just like, some of the straight people were like, why y'all even testing straight people? Like, well, this is preposterous. Like, what's going on? And I'm just watching it unfold. Like, all that stigma, all of that, you know, shunning and exclusion that you did to people and you're doing to people who are living with HIV, all of that ignorance about HIV, all of that shit, all of that, you know, acting like it's just a gay disease, all that shit is going to fuck y'all. It's going to prevent y'all from going to get tested. It's going to prevent y'all from going to seek treatment. It's going, like, all of that shit is just interesting how the tables turn. Like, it's interesting. And like I said, this is a headline coming out of England, right? So as I'm talking about it, just keeping in mind, like, this specific data is coming out of England, but it's just like, ain't no telling. I just think it's so applicable to the United States and all the conversations that I see sometimes happening, all the shame and the ridicule that a lot of like straight people fling towards the LGBT community about HIV in general. And it's like, what are you talking about? The LGBT community, because that shit fucked us up so much, we had to educate ourselves. We had to educate ourselves on PrEP. Especially in the beginning when that shit was going on, when the government was just like, girl, fuck y'all. We had to promote and prioritize these things. We had to educate ourselves about these things because they were fucking us up, and nobody was coming to save our asses, right? So it's like a lot of people try to make fun of, especially like gay men and bi men and shit like that. It's like, okay, but a lot of us are going to get tested every 3 months. A lot of us are on PrEP. A lot of us, you know what I mean? And if we're not, we're aware of our status, you know? We're checking in. We're doing what we need to do. We're having open conversation. We're having sex-positive conversations. It's just like, we're handling our shit. And y'all have been so steeped in this stigma and this discrimination. Y'all have been so steeped in, like I said before, acting like this is a disease that can only affect gay men. And now that we're seeing in this specific instance that it's affecting straight people more than gay and bi men, it's like, okay, so what y'all gonna do? Y'all spent all this fucking time making fun of people, living with HIV and all this shit, and acting like y'all was untouched, but not getting tested, because it's like, how could it affect me? That's for faggots. That's for dick in the booty ass niggas. And it's just like, wow, the clown. Like, that's the one thing about that clown. Like, she always comes back to chomp, to chew. Imagine how much more prepared, how much better off like the entire world would be without queerphobia. Just imagine that. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Make sure you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.